They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Central Michigan Chippewas, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Hurricanes will put total weather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Central Michigan Chippewas offense is on the field for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
The Chippewas with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Chippewas will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense, and he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Biletnikoff award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's exactly what you wanted from this offense, man. Just breathe a little bit easier, created a little bit of space by getting that first down. Now I wonder, now does this open it up? Does this give us a chance now on first down, be more aggressive, more space on the football field, less concerned about maybe going backwards?
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you get that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Canes will send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Chippewas are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. He'll take it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Using the quick game. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Gilbert. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Hurricanes are marching down the field. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's caught. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And the Canes are in the red zone. Going to the running game. Can't get him to the ground. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a 2-time All-American know this game is not over.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Off play action on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Lost, the defense is wide open. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Chippewas now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The give to the left. Runs through a tackle. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after he juked and he stopped for a short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Chippewas will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Pressure coming. He's going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Right on the money. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lyle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Now on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Gilbert. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
To the air on 1st down. That's caught, it's Lyle. Across the 35. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Quick strike complete. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the 1st half.
And that lead grows even bigger. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Bringing it out. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Chippewas will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on top.
Turning it on! Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for space, it's Parker. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the Hurricanes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Leaves it with the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way.
Looking deep down the right side. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The Chippewas getting set on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
You try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack now. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option. They didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down the ground.
Touchdown, Central Michigan. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 11 over the Groupers. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Grab behind the line. It's Pringle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man quickly. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They just keep firing. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gilbert. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And that was the biggest play of the game. They've got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up. The defense jumps on it, and all of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build. And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them...
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And the Chippewas will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Leaves it with the back. And some room to work. He has the first and still on his feet. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The give to the single back. There he goes. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll ride the hot hand. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first down. That one, running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Gets it out fast. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. running to the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
But this situation in the game now with the lead, you know the offense is just going to try and run the football, bleed the clock, and ice this game.
And the Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Canes!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Handoff from the gun. He breaks a tackle. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Looking to fire. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Looking for more room. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Rush is on him. And the defense got him at the 27. The Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Mendoza. Fires to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Takes a handoff. It's Parker. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The DBs will back off a bit. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the sack all the way back at the 5. The Chippewas trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Got it in the middle. It's Middleton. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Winning those individual 6-second battles in every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
That will put the